If Joe says we can do this, we believe in Joe. We know Joe's character, he's trustworthy. Let's go. Before you start this journey, you better identify who your thoughtful leaders are. And they better participate in this process. Because who's going to hear the water cooler conversations? It's not you. Who is it? The thoughtful leaders. And they are the ones that will support this away from the formal meetings, where the meetings after the meetings are taking place. That is why you have to have, this is a team effort. You got to know who your thoughtful leaders are, because they will pull through and they will have the conversations with someone and says, time out, that is not appropriate. And so what gets you through is the support of a team. When this is happening, your team's going to feel the rocks too. And you got to say to them, you all, look what we're doing. When you're in the middle of this, you've got to be talking about why we're doing this over and over. That if we keep doing this, you all, we can't meet our purpose. And this is why. If we don't do this, we can't fulfill the strategies that we determined were critical for our success. This is not going to get us there, you all. And then when wins start happening, small wins, what do? What do? You celebrate them. You put them out there. You say, these are our results. You don't attack these people. That plays into the toxicity. You don't give your power to those people. They want the attention. You don't do that. You lift up the purpose, the why. Look at the results that we're doing. You tell the testimonials. Over and over, you lift up the results. And if you're a member of a board that's leading some of these organizations, don't blink. You know what a weak board will do? I led a weak board in Detroit. I was leading a congregation that I went there when I was 33 years of age. And it had been at one point this historical institution throughout Detroit that everybody knew. And as a 34-year-old kid who had had some successes, they asked me to come. And when I got there, it was a dying congregation, living on the legacy of its past, its reputation, and a huge endowment that a bunch of dead people were now leading the future by demands that they had made conditionally. If I give you this $1 million. It was a dead congregation. Within 2 years, our attendance had gone up by 400%. And they didn't like it. Because we started having, Detroit is one of the most diverse populations you'll ever see. Up to that point, we only had white folks, old white folks, who must have visited the beauty shops a lot because they had a lot of purple hair. They didn't like it. And one day I heard this comment, we're no longer the elite church, which was racist language from, we don't like those Chaldeans coming in here. We don't like those black folks coming in here. We don't like those Asians coming in here. We don't like those Jewish folks coming in here. That's when I knew I had a battle on my hands. Make sense? And I'm telling you, it was 3 of the most hellacious years I have ever been through. But the board, I'd made 2 mistakes. At that point in my career and in my life, I did not know that thoughtful leaders even existed. I did not know that. So I did it on my charisma. You hear that? So whose decisions were these? They were mine. If you don't participate, you don't fight for it. That's the lesson I learned.